This is the first part of a two-part tutorial. In this first one, we just run round looking at the main features, and in the second one, we'll look at using it in anger. First, what is this for? Well, it does two things. It helps you to optimize your products so that they do better in the Zazzle marketplace. The second use allows you to track the effectiveness of your promoting efforts. Okay, now the tour. First, the help buttons. They really do give useful help, so make sure you read them first before getting in touch to ask any questions. These are the fields used to do the searching in the marketplace, and this is used to see if each product in the marketplace is one of yours. Once you've run and saved a few reports, then you can see your report run history with this button, and clicking it again hides the history. This is a helpful link. That's Zazzle's own guidance on the best practices for setting your titles, tags and descriptions. If you follow that guidance, then your products will stand the best chance of doing well in the marketplace. If you want to use a department ID as part of the search, then there's a link there to use Zazzle's Department ID Finder. This button, to generate a full search history CSV, only comes into its own once you've run and saved a few reports using the same search term and the optional department ID. There's the help for it. When you have run at least one report and saved it, you'll see it appear in the history. You'll also see these two buttons beside each run. This button shows you the products that you optimized before you saved this report. This button gives you more details about the report. It tells you the run date, which store ID your report was for, the search term that was used. If you use the optional department ID, it'll appear here. When the report was run, how many were found in the marketplace for the search term department ID that you used, and how many of your products were found in the marketplace. You also get this handy button to rerun the same report, and that just saves you having to type in the details here again. When you have got lots of reports, then you can filter your history to just the store ID that you want, or for search terms being used that includes whatever you type in here. So for example, the search term includes positive. Tick the box and apply it. And now our history just shows those that match what was typed in here. Okay, let's go ahead now and run our first report. I'm not going to use a department ID. Let's go ahead and run the report. And the marketplace is checked one page at a time, where the page pooled is 120 products in size. And that means that we can look for products in the first 1080 marketplace products, if there are that many returned by the search. So we can see here that Zazzle actually has 11,850 for this search, but we can only reach the first 1080, and that's a limitation that Zazzle places on us. Just for comparison purposes, you're shown the details about the product that has the marketplace #1 slot. Also, if you want to, you can look at this search on Zazzle just as if a customer had carried out that search. Again, the help gives useful information. One other thing to point out, you probably already know that when your products haven't been viewed over a long period of time, Zazzle will hide them from public view and will mark them as needing optimization. This link lets you look in your store's back end for any products that Zazzle has done that to. There are a couple of gotchas associated with using this link, and if you want to find out more about it, looking down here in the related area, there's a FAQ for this Marketplace Optimizer report. Have a look in there to find out more. While I'm here, you'll also see there's a link to a tutorial, this video tutorial, the second part of the video tutorial, and other useful stuff. Okay, let's have a quick look at the results and see what information we're shown. These nav buttons let you move through the results. We'll cover this in the next tutorial. You can also print the current report to a PDF if that's what you want to do. If you do work on a product to optimize it, then mark it with this button so that you can check up on the results of your optimization later. On the left-hand side, you see an image of the product. There's a link to the back-end stats for that product. If you bump into one of the gotchas, there's a link here to the relevant FAQ about that. Okay, let's have a look at all the information about the product itself. You can see its title as it is now, where it's found in the marketplace, and then various information about the tags that the product uses. And each of these is helpfully linked to a website that gives you synonyms for the word clicked. You can use that when you're optimizing. What words from the search term are used in the title? Words that were used in the tags from your search term. Search term words that were used in both the tag and the title. The tag words that were used in the title itself. And then, if you like, there's also a link to click to allow you to analyze the title for SEO purposes. SEO is search engine optimization. And then these last two, views, and quantity sold, they come from your back-end stats. That's something that we'll cover in the next video, but for now, just have a quick look at that help. You can pause the video to read more from that help at your leisure. Once you have imported your back-end stats, you paste them into this box. You click this button to load the back-end stats data, and then it'll go through and match the back-end stats data against each product of yours that's been found in the marketplace, and then record the views and the quantity sold where it finds the match. So once you've done any optimization, mark the product as having been optimized. Then, when you've done that for all of the products that you want to, once you've loaded all the back-end stats data, then you can save the report. Okay, that's all that I wanted to cover in this quick tour of the main features. In the next tutorial, we'll compare the current run to previous runs and look at the features in more detail. Thanks for watching. Bye.